Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. What? Why are you licking me? Yes, I know, I see you. This is constant. They want to be around me every second. So I want to do a second video today, and so I thought I would. Come on, go down, stop. You're fine. Stop. So I want to do a second video today. I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. So, worse than children, I'm telling you right now. Oh, you're doing something? Dad. So anyway, I want to do a second video today, and I want to talk about something that I think is really, really important, okay? I want to talk about depression. And, of course, with everything going on, we're coming into the season, also Thanksgiving, Christmas. A lot of people have lost loved ones, and so it's a time of year that either people are really happy and they really love it, or they think about all the loved ones that they have lost and they get depressed and all those type of things. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that. And of course, with everything going on around the world and around this country, there's a lot of depression going on with being forced to lock down again, which is coming, and people are not handling that well, and it's just it's a real issue. And even generally, if you want to think about things, general life, from day-to-day life, things happen in our lives. They're not always pleasant. Everybody's, and I've said this before in other videos, anybody watching this video right now most likely is going through something in their life. There's something that is something to be easily depressed about, something that is, just not great, it's not, wonderful, whatever. There's, death in the family, sickness, loss of job, how are you paying the bills, maybe a spouse is being unfaithful, or you suspect the spouse being unfaithful, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of reasons. Everybody out there is going through something. So one of the things that I just want to talk about, I think people need to remember that no matter how much of somebody's being a jerk out there, like in public, if somebody's being really short and snappy, take into consideration that they possibly may not just be an a-hole, that they might actually be going through something. Now, that doesn't give you an excuse to be a jerk, okay? Because you're going through something doesn't, taking it out on strangers or other people, that's not the way, obviously, to handle things. But everybody handles everything differently. No two people handle anything the same. So one experience for me that something might happen, I might be able to blow it off completely, but somebody else, it might be like the most devastating thing in the world, And when it comes to like relationships are a tricky one, things can be going great, and then the next thing you know, they're not going great. So, that things can change. You can go from, that euphoric state of complete happiness and everything is wonderful, to, heartache and sorrow and depression. And again, so that's another thing that gets people in that funk. And so I want people to remember that happens to everybody. So you're not alone. If you're going through something, you're not the only one that's had to deal with it. And the one thing I want to make sure that people understand is, no matter how bad things may seem at the moment, number one, suicide is never the answer. Absolutely never the answer. There's somebody out there that gives a crap about you, that you will be missed, that cares about you. Even if it's like one of these animals, okay? My dogs or my cats is a good example. They love you unconditionally. A pet will always love you no matter what. No matter how badly you treat that pet, a lot of times they're loyal, especially dogs. Dogs are like loyal to a fault. But, if you have animals and you do something to yourself, that affects those animals. I mean, there's been videos and they've shown where the animals go into like deep depressions. And again, it's not just animals that are going to be affected by that. There's people out there that you may not think care, but they care. And so, I want to encourage people, if you are feeling thoughts of suicide or something to that effect, or you're just like, you just can't take it anymore and you just want it to be over, reach out, get some help, because there's people out there that care. I think it's a really, really important thing. And again, I wanted to bring it up, especially as we're coming into the holiday season. And again, with everything going on around the world and all the craziness, people are being affected by that. And so, again, it is amazing. And part of it, I think part of it is when people are watching the news constantly and they're being fed a certain line or directive or whatever the case may be, and things don't always go the way that you would hope that they would go or whatever the case may be, it affects you. It definitely affects you. But again, what we need to do is rationalize things, prioritize things, look at what's important, okay? And I think a lot of people don't take that time to realize what's important, what's worth living for. And, I know there's a lot of you out there that may be by yourselves and you're alone. But again, there are people that care about you. And if you have animals, most likely your animals love you to death. I always go back. I was having a really, really bad day. I was sitting at the picnic table, and I'll never forget this because somebody pointed out, because I didn't even think about it at the time, but when I thought about it later after they had pointed out, I'm sweating because this wood stove is just kicking out so much heat, just so you know. So somebody had pointed out to me later, and I thought about it, and it was like, wow, that's exactly what happened. So I was upset and I don't remember the reason that I was upset. I can't remember the context. I mean, I've done so many videos. But I was sitting out at the picnic table, and I was really, really upset. I was doing the video. And Buddy jumped up on the picnic table and was like, here I am, pet me. And so I was petting him, and as I was petting him, and again, I didn't realize it till later, till I went back and watched the video and really processed the whole thing, I calmed down. And that cat knew that I was upset, and he came to me out of love and comfort to give me comfort. And that's exactly what he did. So, animals are so in tune with you, the human being, especially if you're their human. They know. They know when you're having a good day. They know when you're having a bad day. They know when you're not feeling well. And they're there for you. And they're always going to be there for you. And so, again, it may not be human beings that give a crap about you, but there's definitely animals. If you have animals, they definitely care. And, like I said, I love my animals. They are like a big, big part of my world. They're a part of my family. And even, the chickens, they are livestock, but they're still part of my family. So, I worry about them. I want to make sure that they're squared away and that they're taken care of. And you know what? And the animals reciprocate. They really, really do. It's amazing how in tune animals truly are. And again, like I said, if you're having that bad day, just petting that cat or petting that dog or just holding that animal, it's giving you comfort, and that's what that animal's offering you. They're offering you support. They're offering you guidance. By like saying, "Here I am. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. Just pet me, and you'll feel better." And you do generally. But I never forgot that because I thought that was really, really important. And again, guys, every one of us is always going through something. We're not always going to have great days. We're not always going to have wonderful days. Recently I went through a couple different things. Some of it I've shared with you online. Some of it I have not, okay? But there was a couple different things that were going on in my life personally that was very upsetting. Both things were very upsetting. And I have a tendency, I process everything. I have to really go through it, I hash through it and stuff like that. Analyze it, what happened, why did it happen this way, all those type of things. And, but again, some things are just not in our control. And we can't have any control over. So to dwell on things that you have no control over is not good, it's not healthy. So a lot of times what my advice to people would be, because this is what I do, you got to let it go. You let it go, and I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer that everything happens when it should. So somebody comes into your life at whatever time in your life that you're at, and they are there for whatever lesson that you need to learn, or whatever you have to go through. And then sometimes they stick around and they're part of your life, and other times they go on and they're gone. And that happens. But again, you know, it affects you. It affects everybody. So, but again, everything is by purpose, everything is by design, in my opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion on that. So, but again, I just want to let you guys know, you know, if you're going through something, reach out. Reach out to people that you care about, or that care about you. Talk to people. There's people out there that are there. I mean, there are, you know, if you got to call the suicide prevention hotline, there is no shame in that. There's no shame in ever asking for help. If you have good friends that you can rely on, that you can talk to help you process things, that's always a healthy outlet as well. But if you don't have people that you can talk to, and you're feeling that urge that you want to do something to hurt yourself, I'm going to tell you what, I went through a bout of depression really bad when I was younger. And it was a lot to deal with what I had dealt with as a child, and it all kind of came to a head. And you know, I had to process it and I had to deal with it, and it wasn't fun. And I actually contemplated suicide at that age, and I just thought it would be easier because then my pain would be over. But the main reason I didn't at that time, I was in my early 20s. I think I was in my early 20s. The main reason I didn't, I said, who's going to find my body? It would either be my grandparents or my mother. And then I thought, what would that do to them? And that was why I didn't do it. And I'm obviously very grateful that I had that change of heart and decided not to do that. But again, we all go through things, and everything that happens in our life, realize this, everything is temporary. It's a temporary mindset that you're in at that moment. You process through it, you get through it, and you can go on. And the next thing you know, you might meet somebody that is absolutely fantastic, that is perfect for you, you click completely, and it just works, okay? Those things happen. And so, you know, like I said, I've been in a little bit of a funk. I don't know if you guys have been able to pick up on it or not, but I definitely was in a bit of a funk. I'm definitely in a better mindset now. But it was something that I wanted to address. I wanted to talk about it because I think it's important. Again, everybody, no matter what, is going through something. Everybody. And some of that something is going to be great and good and fantastic, and other times things are not going to be good and fantastic. They're going to suck, you know. But again, it's part of life. We have lessons that we have to learn and things we have to go through, and some of that involves a lot of hurt on your heart. But again, you know, you get through it and you go on with your life. And so just wanted to put that out there for you guys. I wanted to talk about it because I thought it was important. Hope you're enjoying the fire. It's definitely a cool night out there, so I got the fire going for that reason. And right here, it is very warm. And I'm hot, Caesar. I'm very warm. So I'm definitely sweating. So I'm going to jump off this video, guys. I want to hear your feedback on this, okay? You know, if you're going through something, reach out. Like I said, I have no problem with that, okay? We all need somebody to talk to. You know, somebody that we can rely on, somebody that's going to be there for us. But, so anyway, remember, guys, we are all in this together because we truly are. We are one race called the human race. Let's remember that. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Also remember, guys, STD. Step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from getting there is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay away from negative people that want to bring you down, okay? That's important too. I will talk to you later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.